So for a while now, I've been thinking I should really document my life because this life of mine is actually a movie. 23 years old, I left London on my own and I moved to Dubai working as a corporate lawyer, and I've lived in Dubai for about almost 4 years in Dubai. So much growth, so much spiritual growth, mental growth, physical growth, everything. And then I moved to Hong Kong a couple months ago, and I'm going to be here until the end of the year, and also again working as a lawyer. So I've had a very colourful life. It hasn't been without its hardships, but at the same time, I've learned so much. It's such a good time to share. It's such a good time to take you guys on this journey. And now I'm in the beautiful city of Hong Kong. Balancing that with creativity. The past year and a half, I have actually been writing my debut novel. Huge learning curve indeed to write a full body of work, a story from A to Z. And I really want to bring people along with me on that journey of writing. I've already started doing that on TikTok. Follow me, Toss Writes. I want to show the process of writing a book, but also balancing that with a full-time job, but also balancing that with fitness and eating healthy and seeing friends and travel and spirituality and feeling like I can stay sane in a world where everyone's telling you, you need to do this, you need to be this, you need to be that. Having a couple of things that you just focus on and absolutely lock into has been a game changer for me this past year and a half, and I really want to share that. Yeah, welcome to this first vlog. I hope you guys will enjoy it. Tapping into the power of the mornings has been an absolute game changer for me. I try and read a book which helps to enhance my mind, do a little meditation, and then I dive straight into writing. I'm currently working on my first novel, which is about a young girl growing up between Nigeria and the UK, navigating family, trauma, identity. And I spent about 30 minutes writing each morning, and I'm now on the second draft of my novel, and I've been documenting the process on TikTok. On my way to the airport. So excited. This is the first time that I'm going to Africa for work. Getting into law, one of the reasons why I got into law is because I wanted to do more Africa related work. I remember even my personal statement, I was like, I want to become a lawyer because I want to go back to Nigeria and I want to fix corruption, which hasn't quite happened just yet, but Africa remains very close to my heart. The NGO that we're working with this trip is an NGO called the Institute for African Women in Law. They basically help to deliver training and empower African women who are legal professionals. And we basically did a webinar for them a few months ago. And there was something crazy like 700 signups. I think like 250 people showed up from all across Africa, African women lawyers, African women students, African judges. And it was just such an amazing turnout that they actually decided that we should actually do it in person. So this is gonna be like an in-person version of the webinar that we did with a couple of like additional sessions. And the next step is just getting there. And it's gonna be like a 16-hour journey because I've got to fly from here, stop over in Doha, and then we get a flight to Nairobi because I'm in Hong Kong, babes. It's not close by. We are ready to go. Guys, the British arrogance in me to think that I didn't have to get a visa to come to Kenya. I was in the taxi on the way to the airport and I was like, do you know what? I feel like I should check whether or not I need a visa. Come to find out, I should have applied for a visa 2 weeks ago. That was the fastest application I've done in my life. And I'm on a tight schedule for this trip, so there's no time for hiccups. And luckily the visa came in like 10 minutes, but on the website it said that it was going to take up to 2 weeks, that I should have applied 2 weeks prior. These times I'm in the taxi on the way to the airport. I've learnt my lesson. British arrogance, thinking that everywhere I can just get a visa on arrival. The stress. landed in Kenya. First impressions of Kenya, very calm. And I think I'm comparing it to Nigeria, and a lot less rowdy than Nigeria can be. I guess Nigeria is always my reference point for visiting Africa. And the people are also really calm and like well mannered and like calm. I don't know how to explain it. It's not a country without its issues. Had some interesting chats with my taxi driver about the economic situation here. I always like to understand where I am from the perspective of like local people, regular people. Like, what does it really feel like to live here and be here? Once my room is ready, gonna get ready, and then it's like back-to-back client meetings. Fun. I'm just at my hotel, and we have a client meeting in like another client meeting in like an hour and a half. There's already been like 2 or 3 client meetings that I wasn't able to join because I got here earlier, and the rest of my team, which are a couple of colleagues from London and one colleague from Paris, went ahead and did the meetings because they arrived in Nairobi yesterday. And I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like a little bit of imposter syndrome with these things, and I don't often feel imposter syndrome. I feel like as time has gone on and I've become an even better lawyer with more experience, etc., I've started to feel so much more confident and comfortable in my ability and the reasons why it's important for me to be in certain rooms. But when you're the most junior member of the team and like going to like client meetings, delivering presentations, etc., there definitely can be like this underlying feeling of, oh my God, am I out of my depth here? Like, I know I'm qualified and have like all the skills and expertise to be able to speak on the things that I'm speaking on. But at the same time, there's definitely that little bit of anxiety of like, am I the dumbest person in the room right now? And it's just like a little voice in the back of your mind that tries to like question you. And it's definitely something that I still work with. And I don't think it ever ends, because I hear people who are even so much more senior talking about still feeling those feelings even when they're in, you know, the big boy rooms, when they're in the board meetings, when they're even at partner level, etc., etc. But just to let people know, I still feel that. I still feel that, and I'm quite good at hiding it. And I do think that it's good to a certain extent, because it means that like I don't take things lightly. Like, I really put a lot of work into preparing for the training that I'm giving. I put work into, you know, doing research and preparing for the client meetings that I'm attending. Like, there definitely is an art to basically saying, you know, I don't know the answer to that question. I'll find out and get back to you, and feeling comfortable with that, which I also feel like is so important. Just wanted to let you guys know that I also get imposter syndrome from time to time. The minute I landed here, I was literally like, I feel like I'm living in my dream, because when I wanted to become a lawyer, this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to be in Africa. I wanted to be meeting people. I wanted to be in these rooms with other Africans. And yeah. Breathe, girl, breathe. Yesterday was just so intense. Like, I had a 16, 17, 18 hour journey getting here. And I already told you guys about my visa drama, which I feel like spiked my cortisol levels through the roof. Managed to get here, slept a bit on the plane, waited for my room, checked into my room, got ready, back-to-back client meetings up until like 8 p.m. from like 11 a.m. I need to breathe. I did a meditation this morning, albeit just for 5 minutes. I usually try to do a 10-minute meditation a day. I did 5 minutes, which was good. I feel like it really lowered my stress levels, made me feel like I'm grounded. And I love to listen to some gas mode music before I do any presentation. So when I was getting ready, I'm listening to Burna Boy's new album, No Signs of Weakness, which has some real like African, I was listening to my African tunes and gassing myself up a little bit, like, yes, girl, you got this. Honestly, it's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. Yesterday, I was feeling a little bit of imposter syndrome. I opened up the program for the event, which is here. It has everybody's bios on it. And I, like all the trainers' bios, right? And I was like, I'm the youngest trainer. I'm the youngest and the most junior trainer. And low-key, I was like, because everyone's like partners, managing partners, directors. And it's like associate hosting. But don't get me wrong, the bio is still popping though. But I'm like, I'm shy. Like, don't let the imposter syndrome get to you, girl. You deserve a seat at the table. That's why you got the seat at the table. This is the talks that I have to give myself. I am an iPad girly through and through. Why? Because I feel like using paper doesn't hide your nerves as much, because naturally you're going to be nervous when you're presenting in front of loads of people. But with paper, you're now shaking. Like if you're shaking, the paper starts shaking with you. Like you're twisting and turning the pages while you're nervous and trying to speak. And I just feel like with the iPad, it's just so much more cool, calm and collected. I just have my notes on here, scroll through. Do you know what I mean? It's more demure, you know? So I always stick with our iPads.
Again, for coming in from Uganda. And of course, our speakers and trainers who have traveled far to be with us. New York, London. Okay, thank you all very much. Thank you.
I have been so bad with vlogging because it's literally been like back client meetings, back lunches, coffees, client meetings, and my goodness. Shortly going for another client lunch with a local law firm here. And then afterwards meeting the Chief Justice of Kenya, and then going to a book launch from the director of the Institute of African Women in Law, who is the organisation that we've been partnering with for the event that we did yesterday. And I'm rushing because I need to go. But my God, and I'm getting a bit sick as well, but I'm like, we have to soldier it because I'm leaving today. Trying to fit so many things, and travel can be so exhausting. But okay, I'll speak to you guys later. Bye.
Wow, what an evening to be in the presence of my dear sisters.
For the majority of the past 24 hours, and I still have more sleep to sleep. I didn't realize how exhausted I was, and I'm also unwell. I knew I was getting unwell when I was in Nairobi. I had these like insane migraines. Then I started coughing on the last day. So just allowing myself to rest. But the way I soldiered through the pain during that trip, like with all the meetings that we had, like my head will be splitting, and I'm like, I still need to make it for this meeting, from this meeting to the next meeting to the next meeting. And in my mind, I was just thinking I will sleep when I get on the plane back to Hong Kong, and when I get to Hong Kong, I will sleep through the day because I gave myself a day to recover. But nonetheless, because it's a beautiful day in Hong Kong and I've spent most of it sleeping, I'm gonna go out and get a sweet treat from a bakery. This is the dangerous thing. I live near so many amazing bakeries, and I never really used to have a sweet tooth, but ever since I moved to Hong Kong, I'm like, I need a sweet treat, like right now. Maybe some vitamin D would be good for me right now, just like some fresh air. And then I'll go grab some dinner somewhere, bring it back home. I'm really feeling some roast goose, which is a big Hong Kong specialty. I love me some roast goose, so I'm gonna try to get that for dinner and come back. Got the good triple pistachio. I haven't picked up the camera in a minute. Yeah, don't even watch the hair, don't even watch anything. Today is the first day that I felt like a human being after returning to Hong Kong from Nairobi. Was so unwell. Oh my goodness. I don't even know how I like managed the trip. Today I feel a lot better. I've got way more energy, and in fact I'm like, this is depressing, I need to get out. So I have a massage booked at lunchtime. I'm working from home currently, but yeah, I booked a massage for like lunchtime because my body is absolutely aching, which would be explained by, you know, 30 plus hours of flying in a matter of a couple of days, and then illness on top of that as well. So I'm gonna get a massage, get back into my gym routine. I just feel so whack. Honestly, the way depression hits me when I'm not working out, when I'm not on top of my, do you know what I mean? Like, the depression wants to try to slap me. Like, I really just want to get back into like lifting heavy things. And I feel like I was making so much progress with like my personal trainer, gym classes, etc, etc. Again, it's always travel that just completely throws me off. But then I keep traveling. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to not travel, but I do need to find a way to maintain my routine while traveling. And I usually go to the office basically every day, and I was such a big advocate for working from home, yeah. And I still am. It's good to have the option, especially now, like when I've been sick, whatever. Working from home can cause depression. You like being up and out, getting ready, going into the world, interacting with people, going on a little lunch break, exploring little restaurants while I'm in the office. That stuff is actually so good for my mental health. I didn't realize, and now it makes so much sense why I used to get so down in Dubai, because I used to work from home a lot. And it's like, babe, you need to step outside. Like, you need to see the sun. You need to feel it on your skin. Do you get what I'm saying? You need to see some human beings, right? If you're trapped in a house, you wake up, you're on your laptop, same place, move to the bedroom. Why wouldn't you be depressed? I'm going crazy. I need to go out. I need to step out. Like, this is my first POV shot.
Remember late nights cruising and wasn't nothing to it. Flicking up the shit, we about to make a movie.
We are heading out for a dinner party, which I'm so excited about. I need to go grab some wine, so we're not pulling up empty-handed, of course not. My friend is starting like a food business soon, and she's been talking about doing this dinner party for some time, so I'm very excited. She told us to come absolutely hungry because we're about to feast tonight. I'm very excited. This is what I'm wearing. Quite casual. Bag is from a boutique shop in Seoul. Top is Zara. Trousers are Carhartt. Just picked up this wine. I'm feeling a little low lately. Being home for so long, like working from home mostly when I was sick, etc. So I'm just so happy to go out and like socialise with friends. Humans are not isolated creatures. And it's really got me thinking, when I'm back in Dubai, I love hosting dinner parties. And it's so exciting going to a dinner party knowing that someone's gonna cook you, you're just gonna eat and chill and have some wine. I love dinner parties. So this feeling that I feel about going to a friend's dinner party, I just wonder, like, that's probably how my friends feel when I host a dinner party, which feels so nice. And it's a nice reminder that I'm definitely gonna keep doing more stuff like that. More dinner parties, wholesome vibes.
You want a foot massage, right? Or yeah. Okay.
We're really getting foot massages right now.
Love you.
Remember late nights cruising and wasn't nothing to it. Flicking up the shit, we about to make a movie. Pouring up a cup, we about to set the mood in the cup, rolling up, smoking something groovy. I get excited when you're not biased. Love is in my head, I won't stop trying. I get excited when you're not biased.
Very busy day. In the morning at 9 AM I went for a laser appointment. After coming home at like 2:30, 3 yesterday. I'm insane. And then I had my PT session. And then I had my laser appointment, slept a little bit, started editing. Took me like an hour just to like import videos onto my laptop. And then I went to my PT session. Then I went for my roast dinner. Now I'm gonna chill for like an hour. Then I've got a therapy session. Straight after that, I've got Arabic class. And yeah, I still need to find time to edit my YouTube videos. So Yeah, oh my God, it's kind of crazy. And currently I'm reading this book called Pachinko, which is actually sick because it ties kind of Korean and Japanese cultures together. And I went to South Korea a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to Japan in a week. So I'm very excited about that. But like, I do feel like it's like such a nice blend of cultures, and the writer, the way she writes is amazing. It's giving me so much inspiration. We are reunited. One of the things that I love so much about Hong Kong is being able to just walk into a little cute restaurant and be able to get a little table, no reservations, just vibes, just see what looks like a vibe. And it's a vibe. I definitely feel like this city has more space for spontaneity. Even the ability to just be able to walk around is something that I miss so much in Dubai. Like, you can just walk and work it out, do you know what I mean? No reservation needed. I miss that level of spontaneity, which is something that you could get in London. I'm so happy to see him. I'm so happy to see him. Long distance relationship vibes. We're at Temple Street Market. Not him copying my kicks.
Tropical girl.
It's not easy.
So beautiful.